in order to take away something from Jehovah's Witnesses, you have to give them something first. Maybe an understanding of scriptures that they were not able to understand before. One of the revealing things, a huge revelation for myself, was when I personally, when I've seen Dan Gill and Anthony Buzzard discussing Bible scriptures online. And it was like, yeah, can you see how they're understanding the Bible, how they're reading and making sense of the Bible verses? But they're not Jehovah's Witnesses. How can they understand the Bible so well? And that was the first thing, because Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe that anyone can truly understand the Bible apart from themselves. So when you realize that there is life outside of the organization in terms of religion, it's a huge revelation, and it encourages you to come out of the cage and start looking around to see if there are predators around, or is there safety out there anyway? Is there a place to go to? Because if you believe that you're safe only inside of the cage, you will never come out. Giving Jehovah's Witnesses something of value, prepare their hearts for facing differences, for facing the wrong things that they believe. First, give them something that they don't know or they don't understand. Yes, that was an interesting thing, an interesting phenomenon that took place in our group, in our circle. As we were leaving, we were kind of talking to others about our newly found beliefs, and we made a network, like a safety net, before we left. So when we did so, we had backup community. That was, I believe, very important. So we were not totally alone. We, in the meantime, met a couple who didn't really have anyone. When they were sick, there was no one to attend to their needs, and they were really, really desperate and alone. But despite that, they took that step, and when they understood that the doctrine was not right, they disfellowshipped themselves from the organization. They're now part of our group, and I'm really encouraged by their example, because us, my wife and myself, we did have a support group, and that support group became the core of our study group now, where we strive to study the Bible together and to share ideas and encouragement. Our group has now risen to, we use Skype, and we have a couple in our capital city in Zagreb, where on their own for so much time, and then they fell into the trap of the so-called Bible students, Russellite Bible students, that turned out to be another hoax or another mistake. So they were double hurt, so to speak. So we talked to them. There's a brother who's now listening. He's now listening to this talk. He's also he's been a Jehovah's Witness and understood that the doctrine was false, and he disfellowshipped himself from the congregation, and now he's part of our study group. And we also have a brother in Serbia who has never been a Jehovah's Witness, but he gradually, through the influence of the social networks, became a biblical Unitarian, and he's now part of our group. And plus, the brother, I mustn't forget the brother. He's a very important part of our group. We don't have any hierarchy, but the brother who's actually come to very same ideas, and even beyond the ideas of many biblical Unitarians that we met online, is also part of our group. He has his website, and he's written a number of books on the identity of Jesus Christ, the kingdom, the ransom, atonement. Really, really fascinating material that I believe I will be able to translate into English one day. For some who heard about the videos being made, for example, my in-laws, they were first shocked because this is the culture here in Croatia, maybe it's part of the old communist mentality. If you expose yourself, you'll get hurt, and then everybody know there will be a backlash. But the videos, they hit the target. They were very successful, I believe. The views were really high, and I was able to reach the Jehovah's Witnesses who are to some extent lost in terms of belief. Many become atheists and agnostics. So reaching those people with alternative, a valid alternative to Trinitarianism or atheism or agnosticism was really a good idea. Just the other day, I bumped into a former Jehovah's Witness who I've met before as an elder, and I was not able to talk to. And I bumped into him in the middle of nowhere somewhere as I was working. He's living, I don't know where he lives. I said, can you give me your phone number? I would like to get in touch with you. And he said, I've seen your videos. I never ever sent him a link, and it's in English, but they found my videos. Many, and even my colleague from work, I'd never told him about the videos, and he said that he watched the videos, especially my first testimony. And he's an atheist, but he's 100% in agreement with what I said, and he complimented me for what I did. So the videos were a powerful. I wouldn't call them a tool. I didn't want to aim for anything. Was maybe helpful for myself as well to clarify my thinking. But it was very very good actually as a reaction.